Welcome to this explainer. We're jumping right into how drone surveys are absolutely transforming construction sites in Costa Rica. We're going to look at how developers are shifting away from massive, unpredictable financial risks and turning their projects into tightly controlled, highly profitable operations. Whether you're managing a luxury hillside development in Escazú or a sprawling infrastructure project in Guanacaste, this tech is literally rewriting the rules of site management.
But before we dive into the weeds, I want you to ask yourself a super critical question. When your Earthworks contractor hands you an invoice at the end of the month, how confident are you that their cubic meter estimate is actually correct? Are you relying on estimated truck counts? Because if you are, you might literally be paying for dirt that never even moved.
Okay, here's our agenda for today. We're going to cover Costa Rican construction challenges, why drone surveys win, the $20,000 Alajuela savings, the 5-step survey workflow, and finally, deliverables, pricing, and integration.
Section 1, Costa Rican construction challenges. Building in paradise isn't easy.
Look, we all know building here has its incredibly expensive hurdles. You've got difficult mountainous terrain where even a tiny cut-and-fill miscalculation can spark a massive payment dispute. You've got remote site access, think resort developments that take hours just to reach. Combine that with navigating two distinct rainy seasons, basically wet and wetter, which severely compress your timeline, plus strict SETENA environmental compliance. Relying on slow, traditional ground crews just doesn't cut it anymore.
Section 2. Why drone surveys win. The absolute single source of truth.
So here's where drones completely change the game. They provide an undeniable record of your site with a plus or minus 2 centimeters of vertical accuracy. By using RTK-corrected GPS and advanced photogrammetry, they don't guess based on how many trucks left the site. They mathematically measure the Earth using millions of precise elevation points. Every single cubic meter is accounted for with centimeter precision.
And they leverage that crazy accuracy through 5 key applications. First, verifying earthwork volumes to prevent overbilling. Second, tracking monthly progress so investors have actual visual proof. Third, analyzing cut and fill directly against your engineer's design. Fourth, creating permanent as-built records, which MOPT is increasingly requiring. And fifth, spotting safety hazards from the sky before they turn into expensive incidents on the ground.
Section 3, the $20,000 Alajuela savings, a real-world ROI case study.
This all sounds great in theory, right? But let's look at how this directly hits your bottom line. Take a 12-hectare grading project right here in Alajuela. The developer receives a massive invoice at the end of the earth-moving phase, claiming exactly 18,500 cubic meters of cut material was removed. Without hard data, you just have to grit your teeth and write the check.
But here's the plot twist. A drone had surveyed this exact site before and after the work. And using those millions of elevation points, the software calculated that only 16,200 cubic meters were actually moved, not 18,500.
And that right there is your return on investment. The drone caught a 12% discrepancy. The developer paid just $1,960 for that drone survey. And because of that hard data, they walked away with over $20,000 in pure net savings on one single invoice. It didn't just pay for itself, it generated a massive return.
Section 4. The 5-step survey workflow, from booking to deliverables.
Now, a common worry is that bringing in tech is going to cause costly delays on an active site, but it doesn't. It's a super seamless 5-step journey. First, pre-survey coordination to check DGAC airspace. Second, setting up GPS ground control. Third, the drone flight, which literally only takes about 20 to 40 minutes with a quick safety pause for machinery. Construction doesn't even have to stop. Fourth, data processing. And fifth, report delivery.
And speaking of delivery, from the second that drone lands on your dirt to the moment the verified data hits your inbox, it's a standard turnaround time of just 72 hours. You're getting the insights you need while the information is still fresh and highly actionable.
Section 5. Deliverables, pricing, and integration. Fitting perfectly into your operations. So what exactly do you get? Well, you're getting way more than just nice aerial pictures. You get legal-grade site records. We're talking geo-referenced orthophotos, digital terrain models, exact earthwork volume reports in PDF and Excel, color-coded cut-and-fill maps, and full 3D point clouds. This leaves absolutely zero room for contractor disputes, because the math is right there on the screen.
And the pricing is totally transparent. A single survey for a site up to 5 hectares starts at $1,000. But notice those steep discounts for monthly monitoring programs? For fast-moving sites, Flying Monthly pays for itself time and time again by catching those costly discrepancies early.
What makes this a complete no-brainer for your engineering teams is that all this rich data natively plugs right into the platforms you're already using today. Whether it's AutoCAD Civil 3D, Procore, Autodesk Construction Cloud, Google Earth, or just a clean Excel spreadsheet for your finance team, the data fits your workflow, not the other way around.
Now, really quick, I want to clarify the role of the traditional topographer. While drones offer vastly superior speed and millions of data points for volume calculations, they complement, they don't replace your licensed topographer for official boundary and cadastral work. Actually, a lot of topographers all over Costa Rica now rely on this exact drone data as their highly accurate base layer. It's the perfect partnership of traditional expertise and modern tech.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, after seeing the extreme centimeter-level accuracy, the flawless integration, and that undeniable immediate financial ROI from Alajuela, the only question left for you is this. How much longer can your project really afford to operate on estimated truck counts and guesswork instead of hard, verified data? Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I hope this gives you a crystal clear vision of the future of construction management.